Welcome back. Today I'm looking at a program called Global Tasks by Lexable. It's browser based and it's a management solution that enables you to know when deadlines are due. You can see all your projects in one place, also see any deadlines coming up, and also allows you to sync them all on all devices. So for example, it depends on your Windows, or if you're on Mac OS, iOS, Android, you can sync between them all. Also, you can put it on your phone and tablet, and by using the app it will automatically sync with the varying operating systems and devices. So let's get stuck right into it and show you how it works. As you can see by the user interface, you can add due dates if you want, to-do lists, task lists within projects. So we need to start with a project first, so top right select add item, university, and then come to the right. You've got to choose whether it's a task or a project. In this case it's a project, because if you look here, I've got no projects yet to add it to, so I'm going to add a new project, and I'm going to pick a date, so a due date, so I could say when I want this done by. But university could last 3 to 4 years and upwards, so I'm not going to put a due date, but I can give a description, so I'm just going to put nursing, so we put adult nursing, shall we? That will do. Select show more underneath, and if you scroll down you can choose a colour. Really important option this, so you can kind of colour code and find your projects much easier. So I'm going to make that blue, tap off it, and then you can add a comment if you want, and select save. And there you go. There's my first project, top left hand corner in blue, university. Now I can add tasks under that. See to the left, two categories. When you add tasks that have no projects to go into, they will sit in there. Look at that as a miscellaneous bin, and then you can move into the projects you want to. So I'm now going to add to university by clicking add item. So we put researching. We've got research to do. This time it's going to be a task because our project is university. So if I select project, I can now choose university, and I can pick a date. So I might go, right, research will start next Friday, 27th of November. A bit earlier than that, say 5 o'clock, and set. Now I can repeat that if you're doing research daily, weekly, monthly or year, but I'll put never in this case. And then I could type in there what the task is about. So I've got research in the human body. I can select show more, and again you can choose a colour for that, but I would leave it the same colour unless you want it to stand out for a specific reason. Research, I could put medium task. I could add checklists for that now, so I might put library, click the enter key. Maybe you've got internal or online library that you use. Maybe you use JSTOR database, or also you might use PubMed if you're doing a medical degree, and click the enter key. So if I scroll down, we now got all those multiple tasks, and I can tick them off when they're done, or I can trash them if I don't want them as well. I'm going to select save and have a look what we've got now. We've got university, and our first task is going to be research. So let's add another one. Let's put lecture 1 in. That's going to be a task underneath university. But there again, you can separate into a new project just for lectures. So I'm going to add that in the project option to university. Due date, we say that lecture is next Tuesday, November, set. And we don't want to repeat that task. And then you can type description of the lecture. And we have lecture on cardio. Again, you can show more and choose how big the task is for the lecture. I'll probably leave that small, and you maybe add checklists for that lecture, and it could be maybe need a recorder, your laptop, notepad and so on. And again we've got our checklist, and select save. You see how we're building up information. That's your university, but if you click add item, revision. Now it's a task again, but this time I'm not going to add it to university. I'm going to leave no project. Pick a date, Again, I can choose a date, so maybe starting now on the 30th of November. Set, and revision you're going to do daily. And again, you can type in here what the task involves. Vision on the human brain. Scroll down again if you need to. You can add your checklists and information here and select save. This time I never sent it to a specific project, so it sits here in my miscellaneous bin. So now I can hold the left button and drag that where I want it to go, and it automatically changes to the university project option in blue. Now I'm going to do another item, but this time home. And again, this is not going to be a task, this is going to be a new project. Again, so I don't want to add it anywhere, so I'll leave it on no project. It says pick a date. Again, you can add that if you want, but I'm going to leave that blank, and then I could say, I'll just put home tasks, scroll down, select show more. Now it's a project, so I'm going to change the colour so it separates it from the university blue. I'm going to make that red, and then if I want, I can add another comment there. But I'm happy with that, I'll select save. And there you can see my new project I've created. So now I can add tasks under that again. Select add. Pop in dog walking. There's my task and project. Now this time I'm adding this to home. Maybe it's a due date when you go home. Let's go to December, shall we? And select the first. And maybe when you get home you have to walk your dog around 5:20. And that'll be a daily occurrence. And then you can type in there. And you pop that in there. And again you can show more. And if you need to, change your colour and add additional tasks and select save. Now that's okay, we're starting to organise stuff. But if you now come up to the top here and you select due dates, so there we've got a list of our tasks. So if I click into here you can see research. If I tick this, say it's completed. And if I come back up to overview, you now can't see it. So if you tick anything completed, it disappears from your interface. But come back up to here, use the slider, and it will bring them back for you as well. And if you need to enable them again, just tap on them again, and there you go, you've enabled. So I'm now going to put the slider back because I've enabled them back again. Also, if you're working with a lot of tasks, you can hide them. So I'm going to come to revision and select that option there. It's going to ask me to hide the task till when. So I might say, actually, can you hide that task for 2 days? I'm working with other tasks for the moment. I select hide task. And again, it will disappear so you can specifically work on what you need to and keep you focused. If you come back up to hidden, you can see it again. Did what we did before. Tap on it and you enable it again, and you can then turn that slider back off. Also, you can zoom in and out if you need to as well, so you can see things a lot clearer. Now, if there's any tasks you don't want, easy enough to get rid of. So you might go, do you know what, I'm not going to bother about revision for the moment. So I can tap on it. Bottom right hand corner, I can delete that task as well as change it. Also, you've got the options to complete and hide here as well. This could be really useful notification, because you might want to be notified about that task at a specific time. So you could set a notification in relation to the actual due date, or you might want an exact time for notification. So it's up to you how you want to work that, but it will give you an exact date and time and let you know, notify you to work with that task. So I'm going to close that. Also, you can move your tasks around. So what we'll do quickly is add a new one. Just say if you've got to do nursing, you'll definitely need to do placements. So I'm going to do that as a project, and you could organise all your placement dates and times in here, couldn't you? So project, I'm going to do a new one. I'm not going to add that to university. I'm going to leave that separate. Due date, so I can pick a due date to do it if I want. So I'm just going to use, for example, Monday the 30th. And let's just say, let's get that down to 0, shall we? And put this down, say about 9 o'clock in the morning. And select set. Then you do a description of your placement, for example. Let's just make something up, cardio ward. Scroll down and select show more. And then you can add a colour. So I've done blue and red already. So I'm going to do green. Will do for placement. And I can add a comment if I wish and select save. So now if I come out a little bit here, zoom just a touch out, you can now see I've got university, home and placement. So I'm just going to add one more on placement by selecting add item. Ward 1, again it's going to my placement, stick a date in there. Let's go to the next month, December, and again you sort out your times, but you get the idea with that. And select set. Repeat tasks, never, unless you're doing it every day that week, you could change that. And description of task, again, show more, and then you can add example various options, such as add a sublist checklist. So you might want to add in there, just throwing stuff at it, uniform. Again, you get the idea with that, and select save. And remember, if you come up the top here, you can select to-do list as well, and this will give you 3 priorities of to-do list, then your 2 next priorities. Count the time and dates for you, and anything else you've added nothing to, which in this case I've got nothing there yet. So that'll be ones that I've added no time or dates or any priority to. So come back to overview. So now I could grab this placement, hold the left button if I wanted to, and drag that to my university options. You might need to merge them with your university, and then I could drag that back anytime I want by selecting it there. So it's quite easy to use and quite straightforward. Now I'm going to come up to here. You've got an option here. If you don't like the dark background, you can go light, which works just as well, but I'm going to leave it on dark. But you've got an option here that says import mind map, so I'm going to show you that quickly. So I'm going to open up mind view, and I've just done this for example. Maybe you've got a dissertation to do and you're planning it in the mind map just to get it structured in your head and ready. We can then send this and drop it onto your global task. So what I'm going to do is click file, and I'm going to select save as, and I'm going to save that to my desktop. Leave it as dissertation and select save. Now I'm going to close mind view, and I'm now going to drop it in by selecting import mind map, and if I drag this over, I can now drop my mind map in there, maximize it and select import data. Now if I get this out of the way, if I scroll over to the right, you can now see my dissertation, which I've added all those options. And again, I can integrate them, can't I? So I might actually go, do you know what? I could grab the whole dissertation and just pop that on the end of my university. So that way they're all organised as subtasks underneath. So again, a real simple and powerful option to use. Now I did say you can integrate this with apps. Now I've downloaded the app on my iPhone. I'm now going to show you that quickly, show you how it all syncs together. See you in a minute. Now we're going to look at global tasks. Open it up. As you can see here on the right, all that information I added earlier is now synced automatically to my app. So we've got placement, home, dog walking and university, including the dissertation. So I could select plus, and I might want to add something to my home option. So I might put, maybe I need to do shopping. Pick a date. Shall we do December? Select done. And then we could do date time. You might need to go shopping weekly around 9 o'clock. And if you select the recurrence option, you can do weekly there. You can add a description if you want. So as I come down, I need to add it to a project. So I need to look for home. There we are. Select done. Now if I select save and go back, it's then appeared in my home option under shopping. And again, we can edit these as well, the top option, if need be. Come back out, and you can even search for specific tasks or projects as well. Got the same option at the bottom with due dates. So again, you can check your due dates there if need be. Select next week, and if you want, select tasks with no due dates. Also, we select to do. These are your to-do lists that we did earlier, and I can see all of them by selecting show more as well. So you can see how easily it syncs. So what I'm going to do is select overview quickly. I'm going to go back to originally where I was on my Windows 10 and open up the browser again. And I'm going to add one here because you see at the moment it's not added it to home, and I should have my shopping option. So all you do is refresh the page, which I'm just about to do now, reload, and it should then appear under my home projects, and there you go. So it works both ways. So if I add an item here, let's put cleaning in as a task, project, again we're going to home, and I won't fill the rest in, I just select save. It's now added it here, so let's go back to my actual phone app. It's not added there, but if I refresh it by putting down the screen, and there it appears. So I think it's such a nice option to sync all your projects and tasks easily and efficiently. Thanks for watching.